come on, babe, to Babylonia. And all that jazz, a harsh, ferocious king, and the Jews all sing. And all that jazz, start the show, where Vashti will go, where Haman will kill all the Jew fellow. It's just a noisy hall where there's a nightly brawl and all that jazz.
Kugel, Groggers,
And all that jazz.
Hamen, Tasha.
And all that jazz. Oh, you're gonna see your queen become a fake. And all that jazz. Oh, she's gonna shimmy till her cover breaks. And all that jazz. She will fast all day and night to save the Jews with all her might. If she tells, she'll be expelled for all that jazz.
Come on, Vashti. We're gonna be late for the party.
About that, why wasn't anything laid out for me to wear?
Oh, don't worry about that. Just bring your crown. Only your crown.
When carpets fly.
Do we have the rights to use that?
do we ever have the rights to use anything?
Rights or no rights, let me tell you what I'm thinking.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the keeper of the kingdom, the ruler of the realm, the premier of a plethora of Persian provinces, King Ahasuerus.
Ask any of my subjects in the land. Disobey my orders, you'll be banned. I rule them all and all of them love me. Because the system works, my system called Persian monarchy. Got a little motto, always sees me through. When you dance for Ashi, Ashi's good to you. There is just one order I command of you. You polka for Ashi, I'll poke one for you. You worry what you've got to wear, the question's really moot. Just suit yourself and show up in your royal birthday suit. Dance for me this evening, don't need no fancy gown. All you need to bring is your smile and your crown. All the guests are waiting, banquet has begun. Don't look so unhappy, have a little fun. Don't keep Ashi waiting, the moment is at hand. Don't take too long thinking, obey your king's command. Dance with me, my queenie wife, you know I love you, dear. But if you go against my words, I'll make you disappear. Let's all dab together like Cam Newton's crew. When you're dabbing Ashi, Ashi's dabbing you. So what's the one conclusion I can bring this number to? When you dance for Ashi, Ashi's good to you. So, my queen, will you dance for your king?
No.
Off with her clothes! I mean head. Just throw her in the dungeon.
Now I'm no one's wife and oh, I hate my life and all. That jazz. Pop. 6.
Glinda.
Chicago.
And now, the 5 women of the Chicago dungeon will now perform their rendition of the
Chicago.
Tango.
Pop 6. Chicago. Pop 6. Chicago. We had it coming. We had it coming. We only had ourselves to blame. If you'd have been there, if you'd have seen it, I bet you would have done the same. Pop 6. Chicago. Pop 6. Chicago.
I'm Haman's wife, Zaresh. You probably don't know about me, because I'm merely a footnote. Haman and I have 12 kids.
That's more than the Cranemans.
He had this crazy idea that everybody should bow down to him, and I didn't know that everybody included me. I'm Zaresh. I don't bow down to anyone, let alone him. So I refused, and he locked me up in here till I changed my attitude. Right. I'd like to change his attitude with a pop.
We had it coming. We had it coming. We only had ourselves to blame. If you'd have been there, if you'd have seen it, I bet you would have done the same.
خب پس این جای برنامه است که گفتن میتونه یه کسی فارسی حرف بزنه چون که توی خود برنامه یه کسی روسی حرف میزنه. گفتن لیسا شما فامیلیتون از ایران اومد میتونی یه چیزی بگی؟ پس گفتم خب فقط چیز که لازم دارین بدونین که هممون اومدیم زندان چون که یک چیزی کردیم به شوهرمون. شوهر من با چند تا خانمای دیگه خوابیده. واویلا میدونی با چند تا؟ 6.
We had it coming. We had it coming. We only had ourselves to blame. If you'd have been there, if you'd have seen it, I bet you would have done the same.
So I'm sitting there making my dinner, making my meatballs, as I always do. I'm famous for those meatballs, you know. And my husband comes home and he says, meatballs again? We live in Persia. Can't you make something Persian for once? Like kebabs or something? Kebabs? Bada bing! I said I'll kebab you! So I took those meatballs and I kebabbed him 10 times with a squish.
We had it coming. We had it coming. We only had ourselves to blame.
So I'm sitting in my law office in the Northeast San Fernando Valley. And the phone rings. I answer the phone, and it's the temple. They want me to be in the Purim Shpiel again. So I say to myself, please, Hashem, for once in my life, let me play a man. But no, they wanted me to play Galinda again. Galinda, again.
We love you, Galinda!
And I love you. You know, I've worn this tutu almost every single solitary Shpiel for the last 10 years. I'm feeling the burn in this. I want to burn this thing. Feel like I need to call my psychiatrist.
What'd you tell him?
I told him you want fishnets this time.
Ahasuerus and I were married for many years, and we were happily in love. Now, he always wanted to have these parties. So this one night when he wanted to have this party, I was in my room ordering people to do stuff for me. I suddenly heard an order from the king. He told me to get dressed for the party wearing my crown. Only my crown. Well, I was in such a state of shock, I completely blacked out. I can't remember a thing. It wasn't until later when I was being escorted by guards I even knew I was done. We had it coming. 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 All along. I didn't do it. Cause if I'd done it, I would know that it was wrong. The dirty bum, 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 bum. The dirty bum, 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 bum. We had it coming. 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 All along. Cause if they used us and they abused us, how could you tell us that we were wrong? We had it coming. We had it coming. We had it coming. We had it coming. We only had ourselves to blame. If you'd have been there, if you'd have seen it, I bet you would have done the same.
I'll change his attitude with a pop.
Single my tuchus.
I knew I was done.
Pop!
6.
Chicago.
Vanished.
Mazel tov, Esther. I heard the king has chosen you to be his new queen.
Thanks, Uncle Morty. I'm just a little worried. I don't know if what he's looking for is a JPP.
A what?
A Jewish Persian princess?
Well, then we'll just have to take the J out of the JPP.
I know, but the press conference is tomorrow. And you know how nosy those reporters are. They're gonna ask me all kinds of questions, and I don't know what to say. How am I gonna convince them that I am not Jewish?
Don't worry, let me do all the talking.
Shalom, everybody!
Quiet, dummy.
Mr. Mordecai, and the press conference rag. Notice how his mouth never moves. Almost.
Where'd you come from?
Shushan City,
And your parents?
very waspy,
Where are they now?
6 feet under. But she was raised by Mordecai, who's also not a Jewish guy.
When'd you get here?
3393.
What year is that?
370 BCE.
Then what happened?
I met Ashi, and he stole my heart away, convinced me I'd be queen one day. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, she is, oh yes, she is, oh yes, she is, a goy, a goy, a goy, a goy, a goy, oh yes, she is, a goy, she's a goy. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, she is, oh yes, she is, oh yes, she is, a goy, a goy, a goy, a goy, a goy, oh yes, she is, a goy, she's a goy. Believable, so believable, yes, it's perfectly so believable, comprehensible, comprehensible, not a bit doubt about it, she's clearly a Gentile.
How you feeling?
Very happy.
Are you nervous?
Are you kidding?
When's the wedding?
All I know is that it's in the month Adar.
Shush, or we will not get far.
And?
Stay away from the king's advisor.
What?
I don't trust him for no reason.
What?
That's the thought that
Yeah?
came upon me.
When he made my uncle bow down.
Oi! Believable, so believable. Yes, it's perfectly so believable. Comprehensible, comprehensible. Not a bit doubt about it. She's clearly a Gentile. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, she is. Oh yes, she is. Oh yes, she is. A goy, a goy, a goy, a goy, a goy. Oh yes, she is a goy, she's a goy. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, she is. Oh yes, she is. Oh yes, she is. A goy, a goy, a goy, a goy, a goy. Oh yes, she is a goy, she's a goy. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, she is. Oh yes, she is. Oh yes, she is. A goy, a goy, a goy, a goy, a goy. Oh yes, she is a goy, she's a goy. Oh yes, she is.
They seem so happy.
And joyful.
Blech. So Jewish. This flagrant display of singing and dancing really gets me down. We need to clean up Chicago and wipe out all the Jews. The name on everybody's lips is gonna be Haman. The guy who's raking in the chips is gonna be Haman. I'm gonna be a celebrity. That means somebody everyone knows. They're gonna recognize my eyes, my hat, my cloak, my ears, my nose. From just some dumb king's advisor, I'm gonna be Haman, who says that murder's not an art, and who, in case he doesn't hang, can say he started with a bang. Haman, next in Haman. Think of those autographs I'll sign. Good luck to ya, Haman. And I'll appear in a lavalier that goes all the way down to my waist. But always in the best of taste. I'm a star, and the audience loves me, and I love them. They love me for loving them, and I love them for loving me, and we all just love each other. Nice work, boys. And that's because none of us ever got enough love in our childhoods. And that's showbiz. It's I'm gonna be singing. And with those Jews out of the way, I'll step right in and seize the day. Haman, next in line. My king, I have found a solution to this Jewish infestation that has been plaguing our fair city.
Do tell.
We will simply do some minor exterminating of the Jews.
Aha.
It's good, isn't it grand? Isn't it great? Isn't it swell? Isn't it fun? Isn't it nowadays? There's men everywhere, Jews everywhere, life everywhere, joy everywhere, schmaltz everywhere. Nowadays, you can like the life you're living. You can live the life you like. You can even marry Esther, 'cause Vashti went on strike. And that's good, isn't it grand? Isn't it great? Isn't it swell? Isn't it fun? Isn't it?
Stop! This plan sucks. You can't just exterminate my people.
Your people?
Gasp.
That's right. I'm Jewish. And if anyone deserves to be exterminated, it's Haman.
Guards!
Ladies and gentlemen, the SHUCAGO Theater is proud to announce a first. The Jews have been saved by the brave Queen Esther, who risked her life to save them. You've read about her in the papers, and now here she is.
You can like the life you're living. You can live the life you like. You can even marry Ashi and be his Jewish wife. And that's good. Isn't it grand? Isn't it great? Isn't it swell? Isn't it fun? Isn't it? We Jews can stay. Now Haman's gone away. We Jews can freely pray. And all this saving is thanks to me. Esther. Esther.
Oy vey.
just want to say that I wrote this play. I did it with our wonderful director, Jessica, and I played Velma, and this is honestly, I mean, it's my favorite show. I mean, is it not? It's like the best show. And so, yeah, and I'm so happy how it turned out, and I want to thank the cast for being so cooperative and like putting on this amazing show. So thank you for coming.
Thank you. Chag Purim Sameach.